Chat, we're so back. Oh my god. This is a horrible idea. Let me try. Greetings, everyone. This is Hand in Hand, part dos. Part dos, as the kids say nowadays. I am starting to get sick, but it's been too long since I did a little bit of reading of Hand in Hand. What was the last one? It was like several months ago. I think it was during winter. Yeah, but we're gonna do it. Ow! Yeah, I feel like shit. I don't even really know what I sound like right now. I probably sound dead, but we're gonna do a reading anyways. Alright, enough dilly dally. Let's start. Oh god, this hurts. And it took me a while because I fucking hate this book. The days following their first kiss were filled with a newfound sense of joy and excitement for Riley and Kian. Their relationship blossomed, and they revealed their happiness of being together. Yet, life, as it does, threw them into an unexpected challenge that tested the strength of their bond. One chilly morning, Riley and Kian arrived at school together, their fingers intertwined, hand in hand. Wait!
Wait! Did they just say hand in hand? Ah!
Ow. As they walked, fingers intertwined as they walked through the bustling halls. As they reached their lockers, Riley noticed a group of students whispering and pointing at them. He felt a pang of unease and brushed it off. Wait. Wait, was Riley the blind one? I think so. Hold on. No, it was Kian. Never mind. Never mind, y'all. Okay. So, Riley is the deaf one, Kian's the blind one. Recap. Riley noticed a group of students whispering and pointing at them. He would have no idea if they were whispering or not, but whatever. Pointing at them, sure. Felt the pang of unease, but brushed it off. Focusing on the warmth of Kian's hand in his. Hand in hand. Sophia greeted them with her usual cheerfulness, but this time with a hint of sarcasm. What the fuck, Sophia? Hey, you two. Ready for another day of learning and fun? Always, Kian replied, his smile lighting up his face. However, their cheerful start to the day quickly soured when they entered their special needs class. On their desks were crumpled pieces of paper with hurtful messages scrawled on them. What? Riley's heart sank as he read the words. Freaks, fags, and other cruel taunts. Kian's fingers tightened around the paper he held, with his expression pained. Riley, what is this? Is he asking what this is because he doesn't know? Or can he fucking, feel the pencil strokes? Which, by the way, yeah. You know what? If I'm going to keep doing this, I'm going to need to get some ibuprofen. Give me a sec. Not ibuprofen, fucking Dayquil. Shit, did I just break the fucking pill? Oh, I did. I broke it in half. So strong, you guys. Oh, you forgot there's a pull tab. So smart, guys. So smart. All right. Take a cool drink. Take a little sip. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Where was I? However, their cheerful start to the day quickly soured when they entered their special needs class. On their desks were crumpled pieces of paper with hurtful messages scrawled on them. Riley's heart sank as he read the words. Freaks and British cigarettes. If you guys can read, I'm not gonna read that one. And other cool taunts, probably retard. I I shouldn't say that either. Kian's fingers tightened around the paper he held, his expressions pained. Riley, what's this? Riley felt anger and sadness welling up inside of him. He had hoped that their school would be a place of acceptance, but it seems there are still those who couldn't understand or respect the relationship. He placed a comforting hand on Kian's shoulder. It's just some ignorant people trying to hurt us. Don't let it get to you, okay? Kian nodded, but Riley could see the hurt in his eyes. How does Kian know what it says? Did they write it in Braille? Already pissing me off. Kian, yeah, whatever. They tried to focus on their work, but the weight of the cruel words lingered in the back of their minds. Oh, yeah, the words? The words? Let me show you what the words looked like to Kian. Yeah. That's Kian's POV. That's his POV, guys. Yeah. During lunch, we sat in the usual spot under the oak tree, joined with Sophia and her friend James. The atmosphere was tense. The earlier incident casting a shadow over the day. I'm sorry you had to see that. This is Kian's fucking POV, by the way. Sophia is meant to be the one supporting them, the outside force supporting them, but she's still ignorant. She's probably the one who wrote that shit, to be honest. Sophia said, her voice filled with empathy. Some people are just cruel for no reason. James nodded in agreement. Yeah, it's messed up, but you guys have so much support. Don't let a few jerks get you down. Kian gave a small smile, appreciating their friend's support. Thanks, guys. It's just hard, you know? Riley squeezed Kian's hand, his eyes filled with determination. Determination? We'll get through this together. We have each other. And that's what matters. What? Riley said. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, never mind. As the school day came to an end, Riley and Kian walked home in silence, each lost in their thoughts. When they reached Kian's house, Riley turned to him, his expression serious. Kian, we need to talk to someone about this. Maybe school counselor or principal. They can't ignore what's happening. Over 2 pieces of paper, by the way. Over 2 pieces of paper. Crumpled. Kian noted noted? Yeah, Kian noted slowly. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, help. Help me. Could someone help? Help. Kian nodded slowly. You're right. We can't just let them think they can get away with this. The next morning, they were met with the school counselor, Mr. Black. A kind man with a warm smile and a reassuring presence. Is he black? Is he black? They explained what had happened, showing him the notes they had received. Mr. Black's expression grew serious as he read through the messages. I'm so sorry you've had to go through this. This kind of behavior is unacceptable and we will take immediate action to address it. He promised to speak with the principal and ensure that the students responsible were held accountable. Riley and Kian left his office feeling a bit lighter, hopeful that things would improve. Later that day, during their special needs class, Mrs. Harper addressed the issue with the entire class. We need to create a supportive and inclusive environment for everyone, she said firmly. Bullying and harassment has no place in our school. Riley against Kian, who gave him a small, encouraging smile. They knew it wouldn't be easy, but they were determined to face whatever challenges came their way together. Ow. As the weeks passed, the school administration took steps to address the bullying. They held assemblies on respected inclusivity. And teachers kept a closer eye on student interactions. While some students continued to be unkind, the majority began to show more respect and understanding. Based and red-pilled. One afternoon, Riley and Kian sat by the lake, their favorite spot. Let me show you a picture of the lake, by the way. This is included in the book. Let me show you. this is the picture of the lake. No, wait, no. Oh shit, that's not the right picture. It's let's see, where is it at? Oh yeah, it's this one. Okay, yeah, this is the picture of the no. Shit, that's not right. It's not disgusting enough. This is more like it. Yeah, here we go. So, that right there is Riley. That one's Kian. And that's Sophia low-key getting cucked in the corner. And all of this is the most beautiful lake they've ever seen. Or that Riley has ever seen. Kian can't see shit. Just thought you should know that. Their favorite spot, reflecting on everything that had happened. The autumn leaves rustled in the breeze. Bears! 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 Wait, imagine if MF Doom was like, the autumn leaves rustled in the breeze. Such a fat fucking chud. And the lake shimmered a disgusting green glow in the soft sunlight. We've been through a lot, haven't we? Kian said softly, his fingers tracing patterns on the rock they sat on. What? Riley said, not being able to hear anything because they're deaf. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we have, Riley replied, squeezing Kian's hand. But we've come out stronger because of it. I wouldn't trade what we had for anything. Kian smiled, leaning his head on Riley's shoulder. Except that didn't happen, and they fell into the lake because they missed the shoulder completely. Just kidding. Me neither. Thank you for always being there for me, Riley. Riley wrapped his arm around Kian, feeling a deep sense of love and gratitude. We'll always be there for each other no matter what. As I sat there, watching the sun set over the lake, Riley felt a sense of peace and contentment. The world was far from perfect, but with Kian by his side, he knew they could face any challenge that came their way. And as the stars began to twinkle in the evening sky, Riley whispered a silent promise to himself and to Kian to always stand by him, to always support him, and to always cherish the beautiful love they had found in each other. I'm burping, guys. Help me. Help me out here, guys. I'm rapping. Chapter 12. Winter had set in, blanketing the town in a thick layer of snow. The chill in the air matched the growing tension that Riley and Kian faced at school despite the efforts to curb bullying. Some students still harbored resentment and prejudice, making their daily lives constant challenge. As they were leaving school, Riley and Kian encountered the Ku Klux Klan, who had been particularly cruel. I'm just kidding, it's a group of students. Among them was Ethan, a tall, burly student who seemed to take pleasure in making others miserable. Riley had always tried to avoid confrontation, but today Ethan seemed determined to provoke them. Hey, look who it is, Ethan sneered, blocking their path. The Lovebirds. Riley felt a surge of anger, not knowing why because they couldn't hear the insults, but kept his voice calm. We don't want any trouble, Ethan. Just let us pass. Ethan laughed a harsh, mocking sound. No trouble, huh? You two freaks are causing all the trouble, making everyone uncomfortable with your relationship. Damn, Ethan's kind of based. Kian's grip on Riley's hand tightened, and Riley could feel the tension radiating from him. Ethan, just leave us alone, Kian said, his voice trembling but resolute. Ethan stepped closer, his eyes filled with malice. You're looking the wrong way. What are you going to do about it, blind boy? Before Riley could react, Ethan shoved Kian hard. How fat you gotta be to push a blind kid, though? Like, I get you're a homophobe and you're a loser, but he didn't do anything. Like, if you're a homophobe, at least go after able-bodied, like, gays. Don't go after the crippled guys, dude. I don't know. It's whatever. Maybe this guy's just completely psychotic. Sending him tumbling backward into the snow, Kian's cane fell from his hand, and he landed on the ground with a thud. Off topic, did you guys ever see those videos of the blind guy testing out different cane tips? Like, alright, quick side note, I'm pulling up a clip. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Okay, blind guy testing different cane tips. Yeah, this guy.
This is a short demo of how different cane tips do at detecting.
I love this guy.
My least to most favorite. First one here is a pencil cane tip that is designed to be tapped left and right and misses the puddle completely. Here we have the Dakota disc cane tip. Gets stuck quite a bit with all the extra friction from the
We're gonna
water.
watch this whole thing really quick.
Here we have a Rover freewheeling cane tip, and this just cruises right on through the puddle, making it hard to feel or hear. Now we have a metal glide cane tip, and this one does a better job of being able to hear and feel the puddle when using it. Next here is a jumbo roller cane tip. This one does a pretty good job of being able to feel the puddle as well as hear the sound of the water splashing. This next one is an Omnisense cane tip. This one does a pretty good job of creating friction in the water that can be felt as well as creating sound from the water that can be heard by the person using it. And then finally, my favorite here is the rollerball cane tip. This one does a good job of creating friction and sound as well as still gliding through the water without getting stuck.
Cool stuff. I love this guy. Show him some love. I don't know if this is the right guy. Blind on the move. This guy. Love this guy. Love these videos. My bad. Fury and fear surged through Riley. He stepped forward, ready to defend Kian. Back off, Ethan, Riley shouted, his fists clenched. Ethan smirked, unfazed. Or what? You'll fight me? You really think you could take me? Riley knew he wasn't a match for Kian. What? Riley knew he wasn't a match for Ethan! Physically. Ow. But he couldn't stand by and do nothing. Just as he was about to step forward again, a voice cut through the tension. Hey, what's going on here? It was Mr. Anderson, one of the teachers. He strode over, his expression stern. Ethan, what's the meaning of this? Ethan backed off, his smirk fading. Nothing, Mr. Anderson. Anderson, just messing around. Mr. Anderson's eyes narrowed. Go to the principal's office, now! Ethan scowled but obeyed, muttering under his breath as he walked away. Riley rushed Key inside, helping him to his feet and retrieving his cane. "Are you okay?" Riley asked, his voice filled with concern. Key nodded, though his face was pale. "Yeah, I'm just fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Just shaking." Mint Anderson watched them with a frown. "I'm sorry you two had to go through that. I'll make sure Ethan is dealt with appropriately. You two shouldn't have to face this kind of behavior." So they didn't kill both of them and end the book there? No. Fuck! Alright, we're gonna do 5 chapters. I'm too sick. "Thank you," Riley said, his anger still shimmering beneath the surface. As they walked home, Kian was unusually quiet. Unusually quiet. He just got pushed down in a puddle when he couldn't see and he lost his cane. He has his God-given right to be quiet. Well, not God-given right. Well, actually, yeah, God. It's an expression. God-given right. Yeah, it's his given right to be quiet. Okay? Penis. Riley kept glancing at him, worried about the impact of the encounter. When they reached Kian's house, Kian finally spoke. "Riley, what if it doesn't stop? It's never going to stop. What if it gets worse? It will." Actually, I don't know. When you really think about it, racism and prejudice, they're never going to go away completely. But I do think at some point it will get better. That's a little Leaf personal opinion for you.
6, 7.
Okay, anyways, Riley took Kian's hand, squeezing it gently. "We'll face it together, Kian." How'd he hear him? "We can't let people like Ethan control our lives. We have each other. We have support from people who care about us. We won't let them win." Kian nodded, but Riley could see the doubt in his eyes. The fear and uncertainty were taking their toll, and Riley knew they needed to find a way to stand to bully in a much significant way. That evening, Riley sat in his room, thinking about everything that had happened. He knew they couldn't keep living in fear. They needed to take a stand, not just for themselves, but for others who might be facing similar struggles. Riley picked up his phone and video called Sophia. "Hey, Sophia, I need your help with something." Hold on. That did not help. There we go. Sophia's voice was filled with concern. "Of course, Riley. What's going on?" Riley explained the sitch. His voice steady, knees weak, arms are heavy, his vomit on his sweater already, mama spaghetti, but determined. "We need to do something to raise awareness to make the school a safer place for everyone. I was thinking of organizing an assembly." They already did that, didn't work. "Or a campaign about bullying and acceptance." I thought they did that already and it didn't work. Or like teachers talked about it at least. Maybe they do it in an assembly. Maybe they didn't do an assembly. Sophia agreed immediately. That's a great idea, Riley. I'll help you organize it. And I'm sure we can get others involved too. We need to show that we won't tolerate this kind of behavior. Over the next few days, Riley, Kian, and their friends worked tirelessly to organize the campaign. They created posters for speakers and prepared a short film. Oh my god. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the bendy kid going in front of the class and like dancing to it. And I'm not talking about the new Gen 1. No, I'm talking about the OG. You see, I'm not talking about this guy. This guy is performative. He's performative. He did this on a dare. I'm talking about this guy. This guy right here. He's doing this for the love of the game. He is the real deal. This guy's making fun of him. This guy ain't no thing, but he got famous. He's doing shows and shit. This kid's probably killed himself or something. They're here for me. Anyways, created a short film featuring students sharing their experiences with bullying and discrimination. The day of the assembly arrived and the auditorium was packed. Riley and Kian sat in the front row, their hands intertwined. Hand in hand. I turned off funny mic, right? Yeah, okay. And their hearts pounding with a mixture of nerves and determination. Gulp. As the lights dimmed, Riley took a deep breath. Feeling Kian's reassuring presence beside him, Sophia took the stage first, her voice strong and confident. Today, we're going to talk about something that affects all of us, bullying and acceptance. We want to create a school environment where everyone feels safe and valued, regardless of who they are or what they love. Who they are, who they love, or what they love, unless it's kids. Speakers shared their stories, and the film played, showing the raw, unfiltered experiences of students who had faced bullying. Well, it's not raw, because they would have to film the bullying, and it would be kind of like a National Geographic, where it's like a documentary and you can't get involved. Riley felt a sense of pride as he watched, knowing they were making a difference. When it was Riley's turn to speak, he walked to the podium, his heart racing. He glanced at Kian, who gave him... Hold on a second. They were doing so good. I was making fun of them, sure. But they were doing so good about the short film, the presentation, the footage. It was all great. Now, if Riley walked up to the podium, how would Kian know to give him a nod? They need to explain this. Now, you could just say, oh, maybe Sophia tapped him on the shoulder and said, hey, Riley's on stage. Maybe someone did. I don't know. Or maybe they didn't. This is the kind of shit that I need explained to me. Does that make me dumb? I just want to know. Like, am I fat for wanting, like, to know how he knew he was up there? But it wasn't just someone tapping him on the shoulder and saying, hey, Riley's up there now. No. Riley glanced at Kian, who then gave him an encouraging nod. Was he nodding the whole time? Okay, so maybe they're up on stage together. Well, no, hold on. It gets worse. Hi everyone, I'm Riley and this is Kian. It says he walked to the podium, not they walked to the podium. So is Kian in the audience? Or is he up on stage? Or are they doing a presentation of putting Kian's entire face on the screen? Either say that I'm... Why would you say, and this is Kian? Kian's not up there with you. Did you gesture to the crowd? Is he in the front row? Explain! It would take one sentence to clear this up. No, two. You could explain earlier. You could literally put it right here. As he watched from the... Look, I'm going to fix it. From the front row. There. Right there. That clears this. That clears the first part up. I'm going to get rid of it because it needs to be raw. That would have cleared that part up. And this is Kian. And then you could have just put, like, Riley gestured to Kian or something. And who was in the front row. And that would have cleared it. Jesus Christ. Anyways, I need to stop. Whatever. Riley began, his voice steady. We faced a lot of challenges because of who we are and who we love. But we're here today to say that we won't let fear and hate define us. We deserve to feel safe and accepted just like everyone else. We're asking for your help to make that happen. The auditorium erupted in applause, and Riley felt a surge of hope. They didn't even explain how they could help. But that's nitpicky, I guess. I guess they just like a good feel. I guess the audience, there's like a nice feel-good story. A nice heartfelt message, I guess. Whatever. And Riley felt a surge of hope. As he returned to his seat, Kian squeezed his hand, his eyes filled with pride and love. Pride means gay, in case you forgot. After the assembly, students approached Riley and Kian, sharing their support and gratitude. It was a small step, but it felt like the beginning of something bigger. An acknowledgement that the change was possible and that they weren't alone in their fight. As they walked home that day, Riley felt a sense of peace and determination. Oh. 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 Okay. They had faced a significant challenge and came out stronger for it. With Kian by his side, he knew they could overcome anything. So they've said. As the winter sun set, casting a warm glow over the snowy landscape, Riley and Kian walked hand in hand again. Gotta highlight that. Ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing that together they were unstoppable. Oh, they were seniors. Okay. Okay. So I'm assuming they're at least 18. The final days of senior year were a cluster of emotions and activities. The excitement of graduation mixed with the bittersweet feeling of leaving behind the familiar hallways and classrooms that had been their second home for so long. Riley and Kian spent every moment they could together, savoring in the last days of their high school journey. One sunny afternoon, they sat together by the lake, their favorite spot. The air was warm, filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the distant hum of cicadas. It's a big jump. It's a big-ass jump. And don't cicadas only come out in the summer? Usually... Wait, no, never mind. I'm an idiot. Riley leaned back against the rock, his arm around Kian's shoulders. I can't believe we're actually graduating in a few days, Riley said. A hint of disbelief in his voice. Kian nodded, a soft smile on his lips. I know, it just feels like yesterday I was a freshman, trying to figure out where my classes were. Riley chuckled, pressing a kiss to Kian's temple. Yeah. And now we're about to start a whole new chapter of our lives. Chapter 13 to be exact. Kian turned his head slightly, his expression thoughtful. Riley, there's something I've been thinking about. Something I want to talk to you about. Riley's brow furrowed with concern. What is it, Kian? Kian took a deep breath, his fingers playing with the hem of his shirt. What's the hem of the shirt? What is it? Oh. Oh, okay. I've been thinking about us in a relationship, and I feel I'm ready to take the next step with you. Ooh, they're gonna fuck, they're gonna fuck, they're gonna fuck! Riley's heart skipped a beat. He knew what Kian was referring to, and the realization filled him with a mix of excitement and nervousness. Ooh, they're so gonna fuck. Ah. You mean... Kian nodded, his cheeks flushing with a light pink. Yeah, I want us to be intimate, Riley. I want to share that experience with you. Riley's mind raced, and he felt a warmth spread throughout his chest.
Guys, they are going to have sex. It's time.
Riley's mind raced. He felt a warmth spread. Yeah. He had thought about it too, but he had always wanted to make sure Kian felt ready and comfortable. Are you sure, Kian? We don't have to rush anything. Kian smiled with tender. Actually, no. You do have to rush everything. I want to read it. Kian's smile was tender and reassuring. I'm sure. I love you, Riley, and I trust you completely. I want to share this with you, especially before we graduate and everything changes. Riley leaned in, capturing Kian's lips in a gentle, loving kiss. I love you too, Kian, and I want this to be special for both of us. I love you too, Kian, and I want this to be special for the both of us. They spent the next few days in a state of heightened anticipation. Their conversations filled with plans and dreams for the future. The thought of graduation and what lay beyond was daunting. But knowing that they had each other made it all seem manageable. The day before graduation, Riley and Kian decided to spend the evening together at Riley's house. His mom was out for the... Oh my god, it's happening! His mom was out for the night, giving them the privacy they needed. Oh, and they needed it. Riley had prepared everything, wanting to make this night as perfect as possible. As they arrived at Riley's house, the sun was setting, casting a warm golden glow over the neighborhood. Riley led Kian to his room, where he had set up soft lighting and laid out a cozy blanket on the floor. Question. I get wanting soft lighting, but it's not really for Kian, is it? Because Kian can't fucking see! And also, why a cozy blanket on the floor? If you have an average twin bed, that'd be more than enough room. Or so I'm told. Anyways. Music played softly in the background, creating a soothing, intimate atmosphere. I'm gonna get really close to my mic for this one. I feel like I just have to, you know? Let me get really close. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? No, I'm not going to get close to my mic. You wanna know why? Because they're fucking ruining it. They're ruining it again. They fucking ruined the amazing flow they had. Look. Music played softly in the background, creating a soothing, intimate atmosphere. Kian smiled as he took in the scene. This is beautiful, Riley. Don't read ahead. I can see you trying to read ahead. Stop! We're doing this together. We're reading this together. Stop trying to read ahead. We're doing this shit at my pace. bitch. Sorry. But what the fuck? How does he know it's beautiful? If he was blinded from once he was born, which I'm assuming because, they didn't explain his fucking condition. If you're blinded at birth, you can't see anything. I'll look it up again. If you are blinded at birth, what do you see? Nothing! You see nothing! You have no concept of light, color, or shape. Nothingness. Like trying to see through your elbow, which pisses me off, but you can't fucking see. You can't see. You just can't see. You can't see anything. So how the fuck do you know? Okay. Whatever. Riley blushed, feeling a mixture of pride and nervousness. I wanted it to be social for you. I'm just gonna assume that Riley isn't deaf. Because... Yeah. Here's what I'm gonna do. I told you to stop reading ahead, but you're doing it again. What I'm going to do from this point forth, I'm going to assume that Riley can hear because they've completely given up. They've completely given up the fact that they can't hear. Every single time someone says anything, they can hear it perfectly. They don't need clarification. Can they read lips? Can they read lips? Okay, I'm getting pissed off. Alright. Are you sure you're ready for this? Kian nodded, his voice self-confident. I'm ready. Riley, I want to share this with you. They leaned in, their lips meeting in a tender kiss that quickly deepened, their hands exploring each other with a newfound intimacy. The world outside faded away, leaving only the two of them in a dome of warmth and love. As they moved closer, their bodies pressed together. Riley took his time, ensuring that every touch, every kiss was filled with love and care. Kian responded with equal passion, his trust and affection evident in every movement. They whispered words of love and reassurance, their connection deepening with each passing movement. It was a beautiful, intimate experience, one that solidified their bond and made them feel closer than ever before. When they finally lay together, their breathing steadying, Riley held Kian close, his heart filled with a profound sense of love and gratitude. I love you, Kian, more than anything. Kian smiled, his eyes shining with happiness. I love you too, Riley. This was perfect. Thank you. As they drifted off together in each other's arms, Riley knew that no matter what the future held, they'd face it together. They said this already! They said this so many times. If they say that no matter what the future will hold, we'll be able to face it together, I'm going to lose it. They've said this exact same thing at least 10 times within 2 chapters. Love you too. Sorry, that was my mother. They've said this shit at least 10 times within 2 chapters. No, like 20 times at least. They say this shit over and over and over again. I get it. They want to nail home the point that they are going to persevere through everything. But could you do it in a different way? How about you show me that they are actively, like, persevering through challenges? Like, remember when they did the whole thing where they got bullied and they overcame it by doing something? How about you do more of that instead of just saying that they are going to? I want to see it happen. Now, there's a lot left. There's a lot left. A lot left. But dude. Holy shit. If I don't see it within the next 2 chapters, no. If I don't see them overcome something in this next chapter, not only am I just going to end the video early because it's already too fucking long, I'm probably going to throw my poop at the... No, I'm going to go into the creator's house, poop in my hand, throw it in the air, and clap. So it splatters everywhere, and then leave. And they'll have no idea it's me unless they watch this video. Which they won't, because no one watches this video. Except for you. Okay, sorry. Let's go. Oops. Oopsie daisies. Chapter 14. We're not even close to done yet. The summer had passed and oh my god, they're not even gonna show the beach episodes? They're just time skipping? Like 3 months again? How many times are they gonna skip? You fucking kidding me? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fucking months they're gonna skip? Okay. Okay, whatever. You know, at least they're not gonna skip, you know, their childhood or anything, or their upbringing, or, you know, explaining how they got these disabilities. Oh, wait, they did. They started right at the beginning of fucking junior year or some shit. I don't... Fuck this book. Fuck this book, dude. Fuck. Hate. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate this book. The summer had passed in a blur of beach days, late night conversations, and plans for the future. Graduation had been a bittersweet farewell to the place and people who had shaped their high school years. But now, as a sharp air of early September set in, Riley and Kian were ready for their next adventure, college. They had both been accepted into the same university, bustling campus a few hours away from their hometown. Which we don't know where the fuck that is, so we're going to assume it's on Mars or some bullshit. Fuck you! The transition from high school to college was both thrilling and nerve-wracking, but they were comforted by the fact that they had each other. Of course they were. I said it again! The morning of the first day, Riley woke up early, the sunlight streaming through the window of their shared dorm room. Glanced over Kian, who was still asleep. His blonde hair tousled over his face. Tousled? You know the drill.
Tousled. 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 Tousled.
Tousled. In his face peaceful, Riley smiled, feeling a rush of affection. He gently nudged Kian awake. Kian, wake up. It's the first day of college! Riley said Riley said softly. Kean stirred, blinking his eyes open. He smiled sheepishly, sleepily. Fuck. Morning, Riley. I can't believe it's finally here. They got ready together, the nervous excitement palpable between them. As they walked to their first class, the campus buzzed with activity. Students were everywhere hurrying to their classes, chatting with friends, and exploring the sprawling grounds. The first class was an introductory to psychology course. Lecture hall was massive. And do you know what else was massive? The Lorde Parfait! Filled with hundreds of students. Riley and Kean found seats near the front, their hands brushing as they sat down. Kean squeezed Riley's hand in a silent gesture of support. The professor, a tall woman with curly hair and glasses, entered the room and began the lecture with a warm smile. Welcome to Psychology 101. I am Dr. House. Dr. Miller, and I'm excited to start this journey with you all. As the lecture progressed, Riley found himself engrossed in the material. Kean listened intently, his cane resting against his leg. They exchanged notes, whispering thoughts and ideas to each other. Riley can't fucking hear whispers. I'm going to kill you. Yes, you, the person listening. The familiarity of learning together made new environment less intimidating. After class, they headed to the student union for lunch. How fucking long was it? How long? I'm assuming early means like 7. Right? That's a long ass time to be sitting down. To listen to one lady talking about psychology and just taking notes. Fuck that, I'm not going to college. If that's what it is, fuck that. No, I'm kidding. Ow. After class, I headed to the union for lunch. The cafeteria was bustling. Filthy aromas of various foods and sounds of animated conversations. They grabbed their trays and found a quarter to sit. How the fuck did Kean find a corner? I'm just kidding. Riley probably found it. So, what did you think of the lecture? Riley asked, taking a bite of his sandwich. Kean smiled, his eyes sparkling with excitement. I loved it. Dr. Miller seems really passionate about psychology. I think we're going to learn a lot in her class. Yeah, too bad college is going to be skipped completely because the author loves time skips. Riley nodded in agreement. Yeah, it was great. I'm looking forward to the semester. As the group of students approached their table, one of them, a tall girl with purple streaked hair and a nose ring, smiled warmly. Hey, mind if we join you? Riley and Kean exchanged a glance and nodded. Sure, go ahead. The group introduced themselves. Sarah, a biology major, Alex, a Minecraft character, and Jordan, an art major. I'm just kidding. Alex is a computer science major. Not that it's important, because they're never going to hear from Alex ever again. They chatted about their classes, their interests, and their hometowns, quickly bonding over sharing experiences and aspirations. Sarah looked at Kean curiously. So, Kean, how do you manage around campus with your cane? It must be challenging. Kean shrugged, his smile easy. It's not too bad. The campus is pretty accessible, and I have Riley to help me if I need it. Plus, I've gotten pretty good at navigating new places. Alex nodded appreciatively. That's awesome. If you ever need a crafting table, just let us know. Hey there. Come on in.
What are you doing?
Oh, me? I'm reading my favorite book, Hand in Hand.
Are you reading the rest of it?
Just another 5 chapters.
Should I introduce myself or just like...
Sure.
Hello, guys. It's Mrs. Leaf.
The camera isn't on.
The kid wasn't on by no, but like, it's just... they hear my voice. So.
Yeah.
I just came in from work.
For those of you just now tuning in, that is... Ooh. Don't mind if I do.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you just tuning in, this is my wonderful girlfriend Haley joining us to read my favorite book.
Also known as Mrs. Leaf.
Also known as Mrs. Leaf, yeah. It's in the credits.
I'll leave you alone.
What? You sure you don't want to stick around to listen to this?
No, I do not want to
it's
listen to
pretty
this. I don't
good.
want to listen to this book. How you feeling?
Pretty okay.
Okay, you're fine. You take some medicine?
Um.
Are you gonna eat the sushi or do you want the cheddar butter biscuits now? Because I can make him whatever you want.
No, I'll have these after I'm finished.
It's really nice outside. So I was gonna see if you want to go out for a walk. Or cause it's actually pretty pretty.
Okay.
Or we can go trampoline.
Maybe not that. I'll just go for a walk.
No trampoline.
Too sicky.
Oh, how sick are you? Does your throat still hurt? Oh my God, you're not sick.
Yes, I am. My throat does still hurt.
It still does hurt.
Yes, and I'm coughing.
Actually, wait, let me pull my flashlight.
Early in the recording.
Oh, your throat's fine. Did you take some medicine yet? Oh.
I think.
Maybe that's the reason why you're still sick.
No, I took Dayquil.
Fine. Alright, well, I'll leave you alone to read hand in hand.
I'm almost done. I just need to finish like 2 more chapters.
2 more chapters?
No, I need to finish this one and then the chapter
Wait,
after
What
this.
page are you on?
We're on page 57. Of 288.
Today was incredible. Riley said, staring up at the ceiling.
Oh no, I already read the smut part. I found it already.
That's crazy. Okay.
Toodaloo. I'll be out soon.
Okay, bye. I love you.
Anyways, where were we? Yeah. That's also if you ever need help, just let us know. Keen smile widened. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it. Ooh, wait. Is there gonna be a little bit of like sexual tension between Alex and Keen? Is there gonna be a little like cheating going on? Is there gonna be like a little love triangle action? That'd be interesting. That'd be the only interesting thing to happen in this fucking book. The rest of the day was a tornado of classes. You said that already. Use different terms. Meeting new people and exploring the campus. By the time they returned to their dorm room, Riley and Kian were exhausted but exhilarated. By the way, guys, before this video gets too fucking long, if you want me to read like another book that you guys made and do the exact same thing as I'm doing here, do let me know. I'd love to do that. I'm having a good time actually. By the time they returned to their dorm, Riley and Kian were exhausted but exhilarated. They collapsed on their beds, laughing at the craziness of the first day. Today was incredible, Riley said, staring up at the ceiling. I can't believe we're actually here. Kian turned his head, his expression content. Me neither, but I'm glad we're doing this together. Riley sat up, his eyes serious. Kian, I know this is a big change, but I want you to know that I'm here for you no matter what. Kian sat up too, reaching out too. Take Riley's hand, yo. I know, Riley, and I'm here for you too. What? We're in this together, remember? Riley smiled, feeling a surge of warmth and love. Yet together, as the days turned into weeks. Time skip! Let's go! Riley and Kian settled into their new routine. They balanced their classes, made new friends, and navigated the challenges of college life. Through it all, their bond grew stronger. Their love deepening with each shared experience. One autumn evening, they walked hand in hand through the campus, the leaves crunching beneath their feet. Riley sensed a sense of peace. They had faced so much together, and they had come out stronger for it. Kian squeezed his hand, drawing him out of his thoughts. What are you thinking about? Riley smiled, leaning to kiss Kian's forehead. Just how lucky I am to have you in my life. Kian's smile was radiant. I'm the lucky one, Riley. Let me guess. Here, let me guess this next one without even looking at it. As they walked through the campus, they thought about how difficult things are going to be, but no matter how difficult things get, they always had each other. Something, power of love. As they continued their walk, the future stretched out before them, filled with endless possibilities. Except they knew they would face whatever came their way together. This has been the ending to every single chapter thus far. Fucking do something different. Holy shit. We have one chapter left. Chapter 15. This is going to be the last one. And then I'm done. Because it's already an hour long. Each chapter is like 30 fucking pages. Oh, great. And they fucking time skip to the end of the semester. Lovely. The semester had been challenging but rewarding. Riley and Keen found their rhythm balancing their coursework with social activities and enjoying the vibrant campus life. However, the end of the term approached. The stress of exams and projects began to take its toll on both of them. One evening, Riley sat in their dorm room furiously typing on his laptop, trying to finish a term paper due the next day. Papers and books were scattered around him, and the room was filled with tension of deadlines and exhaustion. Keen was sitting on his bed, his fingers moving quickly over his braille note taker as he prepared for an up-and-coming psychology exam. Riley glanced at the clock inside. I can't believe how much work you still have to do. I feel like I'm drowning. Kean looked up, his face equally strained. I know it's been really tough, but we just need to push through a little longer. Riley's frustration boiled over. It's easy for you to say. You don't have to deal with half the stuff that I do, like seeing things. Kean's expression turned hurt. What do you mean by that? Riley groaned, running a hand through his hair. I mean, you don't have to deal with all the extra assignments and group projects. You get accommodations, so you get more time to get things done. You are deaf. You can have accommodations too, but you don't want them because you decide to hear things. Keenan's jaw tightened. Are you seriously going there? You think I have it easy because of my accommodations? You just have no idea how hard I work, Riley. Just because I do things differently doesn't mean I'm not struggling too. Riley immediately regretted his words, but felt too angry and stressed to back down. I'm not saying you don't work hard, Kean, but sometimes it feels like I'm carrying all the weight. What is, like, Kean fat? Kean's eyes filled with tears of frustration. That's not fair, Riley. You know how much I rely on you, and I've never complained about it. But right now it feels like you're blaming me for your own stress. Riley stood up, his voice rising. I'm not blaming you. I'm just... Kean interrupting, his voice shaking. You are blaming me, and it's not fair. I've always supported you, and now you're acting like I'm a burden. The words hung in the air, heavy and painful. Riley's anger dissipated, replaced by a wave of guilt and sorrow. Kean, I didn't mean... Kean cut him off. Cut who off? We don't know who's talking. Bitch. Kean cut him off, standing up and grabbing his cane. I need some space, Riley. I can't deal with this right now. Without another word, Kean left the room, leaving Riley standing there feeling hopeless and devastated. Kean wandered around the campus, his mind a mix of emotions. He couldn't believe Riley had said those things. He knew that they were both under a lot of stress, but Riley's words had cut deep. He felt misunderstood and hurt. He didn't know how to fix it. Meanwhile, Riley paced his room, berating himself for his outburst. He knew he had been unfair and hurtful, but the thought of losing Kean over a moment of frustration was unbearable. He decided he needed to make things right. Riley grabbed his coat and hurried out, determined to find Kean and apologize. He took to all their usual spots, the library, the student union, the playground. There was no sign of him. Finally, he headed to the campus chapel, a quiet place they often visited when they needed to think. They are not welcome in a chapel. They're gay. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Stop typing. Stop typing. I'm just kidding. I personally think gays are welcome everywhere. Not just gays. I mean, like, everyone's welcome everywhere, unless you're, like, a really bad person. But, yeah, that's besides the point. It's just a stupid joke because people who think that way are stupid. People who think that gays don't belong in church are stupid, and I hate them. As Riley entered the chapel, he saw Kean sitting in one of the pews, his head bowed. Pews. Wait, what if it said pewds? PewDiePie. I fucking hate myself. Riley approached quietly, sitting down beside him. Kean, Riley began softly. Kean, Riley said. Kean immediately screamed in terror, not knowing that Riley was there next to him. I'm just kidding. Kean, Riley began softly. I'm so sorry for what I said. I was stressed and frustrated, but that's no excuse. I didn't mean any of it. Kean didn't look up. His voice barely above a whisper. It really hurt Riley. Oh. I feel like you don't understand what I go through, and that makes me feel so alone. Riley's heart ached. I know, and I'm sorry, and I do understand, Kean. I know how hard you work, and I should have never made you feel otherwise. You're the most important in my life, and I never wanted to hurt you. Kean finally looked up, his eyes red from crying. I don't want to feel like a burden to you. I need to know that we're in this together no matter how hard things get. how tough things get. Riley reached out, taking Kian's hand in his hand in hand. It's getting old, guys. It's getting really old. You were never a burden to me, Kian. We're a team, and I promise to be more mindful and supportive. Can you forgive me? Kian squeezed Riley's hand in a small smile, breaking through his tears. I can forgive you. But we need to communicate better. We can't let stress drive us apart. Riley nodded, his eyes full of sincerity. You're right. We need to be there for each other. Especially during tough times. I love you, Kian. More than anything. Kian's smile grew wider. Whoa, where'd this guy come from? Was that a conflict with a big fat nothing burger that's never gonna get addressed again? I think so. I love you too. Let's sat together in chapel, holding hands and talking about their fears and frustrations, finding comfort and strength in each other's presence. As they left the chapel, the weight of their conflict lifted, replaced by a renewed sense of commitment and love. Let me guess. Let me guess what this last little bit's gonna be. Let's see. Something, no matter how hard things get, they'll be able to do it together. The road ahead would be undoubtedly have more challenges. Riley knew they could face anything as long as they faced it together. Fucking, of course. It's been every single chapter. This is how it ends. I see the pattern. If it's gonna be another however many fucking chapters there are left in this fucking book of this, I'm going to lose it. Anyways, that's gonna be it for Hand in Hand chapter 11 to 15. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next one.